Mike Bohn here in Los Angeles with UFC welterweight champion Belal Muhammad. He just finished up a seminar for kids jiu-jitsu here at Guardian BJJ. Belal, what does this kind of mean to you to reconnect with the youth and kind of pass along your wisdom to the next generation?
Honestly, this is what you do it for, right? These kids, the neighborhood they're growing up in, it's amazing that the coaches and the team and the police officers are bringing them here. They're not charging them. They're opening their doors up to them. So for them to be able to learn jiu-jitsu, learn a martial art at such a young age. I met this little kid that was 8 years old. She said she's been doing this for 3 years. So it's cool that they're opening up their doors to them. These kids are learning a discipline, a martial art. It changed my life, so I can only imagine what it's going to do for them. I'm happy just to be a part of it. It's nothing for me. I love to do this.
I consider you a very humble and down-to-earth kind of guy, but even does this help you, I guess, maybe have more appreciation for what you're doing and the grind and everything?
Yeah, 100%, because to see the kids, they're looking in their eyes when they see me in the gym, and they look at me like I'm a superhero, but I'm just a normal person. And I look at them like they're superheroes, right? Those are the ones that still love the sport for the sport. They love it for just to do the art. And I think a lot of fighters forget about that. You forget why you started the sport. You forget why you continue to do the sport. So it always reminds me and it keeps me down to earth. And it just keeps me hungry. It keeps me wanting to keep working harder and harder and harder. Because now I just made all these young friends that I want them to cheer for me when I'm fighting, and I want to win the fight for them.
Yeah. And speaking of the fight, I imagine this period has been motivating, inspiring, with the injury and stuff too, not getting to fight when you wanted. What's just, I guess, where's your head at going into 2025 right now?
Yeah, honestly, it was one of the hardest things to not be able to lose a fight, first of all, and then not be able to work out for 6 weeks. It just another one of those things that made me appreciate how much I love the sport, how much I love training. When I'm in the gym, it's my happy place. So now to be able to work out again, be back in the gym, be working, I'm excited for 2025. I'm excited to finally get a date, get my first title defense in the books, and just keep beating the odds, right? Keep doing stuff that people say I can't do. People are still doubting me. People are still saying it's not possible, and I'm going to keep showing them what's really impossible.
I spoke to Ali Abdelaziz, your manager, a couple of weeks ago, and he said looking maybe May, June, something like that. Shavkat, is that what you're hearing, what you're expecting at this point?
Yeah, for sure. Shavkat, right after Ramadan, I think May, June is perfect timeline for me. I started last week training with those guys down in Vegas, so that was a nice shock to the body, right? It got me awoken. It got me letting me know that, all right, we got to get in shape. So it just feels good just to be training. I was at the PI. I was doing therapy every day over there. So my body's finally getting back to normal and finally getting back to where it was.
It's one thing to go and train with those guys early in camp, off season. I think you went in there the last hard week of sparring. So what was that like?
Yeah, I always tell people you gotta have a camp just to be a part of their camp.
Right.
So you gotta be in shape to be there. So, but like I said, to get the knowledge, to get the energy from them. They got 3 guys on the card. It just felt good, man. The humbleness in the room, the positivity in the room, it just keeps me motivated. And anytime I get to learn from Habib, train with Habib, that's the GOAT to me. That's the best of the best. And he opens his doors for me all the time, man. So I owe him the world. So I love to train with him, and every time I'm done training with him, it just makes me that much hungrier and better.
We know Islam Makhachev has double champion dreams at some point, whatever that second weight class may be. He said at media day today, it was in Russian, so I just saw it translated, but he was saying he wouldn't want to fight you or Shavkat, really. So what do you think ultimately happens? Is he just going to stay at lightweight and keep defending? Do you think he tries to skip all the way to 185? How does this go if he keeps winning?
I think that right now he's about to make history, right? I think he wins. He's going to have the most title defenses at 155. I've said it a million times. I think he could go 185, but for me, it's I got Shavkat, and then we're still looking to see who's next, right? We're still looking to see. You have Buckley, you have Ian Gary just lost, but he's looking for another fight. You have JDM. So there's a lot of guys in the division, but there's not a clear number next to contender. And for me, since I had to take the long road, right? I've had 5 top 10 wins. So I'm at the point where I could win 2 and then go up to 185 and go double champ status and then be done with it. For me, I'm only looking ahead to what's next. Obviously, it's Shavkat, so I just want to keep my focus on that. I don't want to look too far ahead. So that's just the next target right now.
Yeah, no, totally fair. How do you think you beat Shavkat? A lot of people say, he had all that aura going into the last fight. Maybe he lost a little bit of it. I'm sure you got 5 rounds of knowledge to work off now. Do you feel even more confident in winning that fight now?
Yeah, I was confident before the fight. So now you're just giving me the next 25 minutes to watch you and see what you do. And for us, I don't look at it as far as, everybody thinks that he's a RoboCop, right? He's a robot. He's gonna walk through you. The fact that he didn't walk through him, everybody thinks he sucks now. But we don't look at that. We look at patterns. We look at our strategy and what we thought before the fight was going to work, and then we saw it play out in that fight, and we think it's still going to work. I don't think he's ever fought anybody like me. There's not a lot of guys that ever fought anybody like me. So once you get in the cage with me, it's different. And I think that he's going to get in the cage with me. He's going to realize it's different, and there's levels to this. I'm going to show the world that there's levels to this. I'm going to show the world why I'm the best welterweight in the world.
Awesome. Well, appreciate the time, Belal. Enjoy UFC 311. Hope you Ramadan goes well for you and everything. And then we want to see you back in there as soon as possible, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you always.